In the latest update, an agreement between Russia and Ukraine can be finalized very soon because Russia has started withdrawing its troops from the Ukrainian capital Kyiv and other northern regions of Ukraine. Yesterday, there was a peace talk going on between Russia and Ukraine in Istanbul, Turkey. After the peace talk, Russia has announced that military operations will be scaled down in Ukraine. They announced that the military will be withdrawn from Kyiv and nearby northern regions. This is one of the most significant steps ahead for peace between two nations since the war has started. The meeting in Istanbul was the first time negotiators from Russia and Ukraine talked face-to-face in 2 weeks. Previous talks were held in Belarus by video or in-person meetings. There are the decisions made in the peace talk in Turkey. Besides withdrawing Russian troops from northern Ukraine, the Ukrainian delegation at the conference, held in Istanbul, laid out a framework under which the country would declare itself neutral and its security would be guaranteed by an array of other nations. In a detailed proposal seeking security guarantees for itself, Ukraine named Israel and NATO members Canada, Poland, and Turkey as countries that may give such guarantees. With the possibility that Russia, the US, UK, Germany, and Italy could also be involved. Ukraine also repeated its earlier proposal of not hosting any foreign military bases on its territory. The next big issue is the Crimea region annexed by Russia. What would be the future of Crimea? Will the global community accept the Crimea as part of Russia? Because most of the nations do not accept Crimea as Russian territory. We need to understand that the discussion on Crimea can only be possible after the full agreement on the current Ukrainian territory. The proposals also outline a 15-year consultation period on the status of Crimea, though this would start only after a complete ceasefire. The last issue to discuss will be the Donetsk and Lugansk territories of the Donbas region in eastern Ukraine. Russia has declared these regions as independent nations. What could be the future of these regions? It's been said that, in the upcoming time, when the agreement between Russia and the Ukraine Foreign Minister agreement is done, there will be an official talk between Russian and Ukrainian presidents to discuss the issue of the Donbas regions. A meeting between them now seemed more likely after a Russian negotiator said that it could happen once foreign ministers of both countries sign an agreement. On the other side, the USA and other allies have shown skepticism over the agreement. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky also said that Russia cannot be trusted. Although the signals from the talks are positive, they can't silence explosions of Russian shells, he said in a video address. Zelensky said, "It was Ukrainian troops who forced Russia's hand," adding that we shouldn't let down our guard because the invading army still has a great potential to continue attacks against our country. He also said that Ukraine will continue negotiations, but officials do not trust the word of the country that continues fighting to destroy us. When US President Joe Biden was asked whether the Russian announcement was a sign of progress in the talks or an attempt by Moscow to buy time to continue its assault, he said, "We'll see. I don't read anything into it until I see what their actions are." U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken suggested that Russian indications of a pullback could be an attempt by Moscow to deceive people and deflect attention. It wouldn't be the first time. In the tense build-up to the invasion, the Russian military announced that some units were loading equipment onto rail cars and preparing to return to their home bases after completing exercises. At the time, Putin was signaling interest in diplomacy. But 10 days later, Russia launched its invasion. In a statement, Pentagon announced that Russian forces' movement from Kyiv was a repositioning, not a real withdrawal. Only a small number of troops are moving away from Kyiv, and it remains to be seen what Moscow does after its claims of de-escalation. There is what Russia says and there is what Russia does, and we're focused on the latter. Western officials say Moscow is now reinforcing troops in the Donbas region in a bid to encircle Ukraine's forces. And Russia's deadly siege in the south continues, with civilians trapped in the ruins of Mariupol and other bombarded cities. In general assumption, Moscow's public reaction was positive, and the negotiations are expected to resume Wednesday. Vladimir Medinsky, head of the Russian delegation, said on Russian TV that the Ukrainian proposals are a step to meet us halfway, a clearly positive fact. He cautioned that the parties are still far from reaching an agreement, but said, "We know now how to move further toward compromise. We aren't just marking time in talks." If you like this video, please like and share it. If you want to see more similar videos for the world news analysis, then subscribe to our channel and do not forget to press the bell icon for quick notifications. Thanks for watching.